Hello to all the class 12 students. I hope students you are doing well and you are completing your notes on time in your fair notebooks. Remember, as soon as the school will reopen, I would like to check your work on the very first day. Alright students, so we are doing lesson number 3. The lesson is consumers behavior. We are into this chapter and I told you certain things, so I'll just repeat the things which we have done. I told you about utility. We have done this. We have done two types of utility: total utility, marginal utility. We have done this, right? Second thing we did was relationship between TU and MU with diagram. We have done this thing also. Third we did was law of diminishing marginal utility. We have done up to this, and these are basically the basics of consumers behavior. We have done this, and I told you about consumers equilibrium also. What else we have done is consumer equilibrium through utility through cardinal or utility approach. One commodity case. We have done up to this. Alright children, we have done up to this and we are going to move forward today. But again I repeat, we have done utility. There are two types of utility: total utility, marginal utility. Then second, relationship between total utility and marginal utility we have done. You remember we drew a diagram. इसमें ऐसा वाला diagram हमने बनाया था, TU and MU. The diagram must be recalling. ये diagram हमने बनाया था. Then we have the law of diminishing marginal utility. I told you about the law of diminishing marginal utility, and we have done consumers equilibrium through cardinal approach, one commodity case. Right? So there is no problem as far as these things are concerned. Okay, the thing we are doing right now is consumers equilibrium. We were doing this. We are doing consumers equilibrium, and under this we have consumer equilibrium पढ़ने का दो approaches होते हैं. I told you earlier also, every time in every class I'm repeating this, that basically there are two approaches of reading consumers equilibrium, that is cardinal approach and ordinal approach, right? ठीक है? Cardinal approach or this is also known as marginal utility approach. We have done this, right? And in this again we have two ways of reading consumers equilibrium, that is one commodity case and the another one is two commodity case. This is your first approach. This is your first approach of reading consumers equilibrium, and the name of the approach is cardinal approach, which is also known as marginal utility approach. And the second approach is ordinal approach. This we have not started, right children? So we are doing right now cardinal approach only, and under cardinal approach we have done one commodity case. I'm going to make a very brief revision of one commodity case, and then we'll start with two commodity case of reading consumers equilibrium. So I told you children what is consumers equilibrium. I told you earlier also. Again I'm going to repeat this, that a utility maximizing consumer, all the consumers are always rational. When I say term rational, it means that consumer want to maximize their satisfaction. So all the rational consumers, they want to maximize their satisfaction, and they want to reach to the equilibrium position, and the consumer's equilibrium position refers to, or it is a state which refers to the position of maximum satisfaction while the consumer spends his income on the purchases of different types of goods and services, right? जब एक कंज्यूमर अपने आप को मैक्सिमम सेटिस्फैक्शन की पोजीशन में पाता है तो उसको हम कंज्यूमर इक्विलिब्रियम कहते हैं. तो इसमें कंज्यूमर इक्विलिब्रियम पढ़ने का जो पहला अप्रोच हम कर रहे हैं इस वक्त वो है कार्डिनल अप्रोच. कार्डिनल अप्रोच क्या कहता है? कार्डिनल अप्रोच कहता है दैट द सैटिस्फैक्शन और यूटिलिटी, द टर्म यूटिलिटी विच मीन्स सैटिस्फैक्शन इन इंग्लिश, यूटिलिटी कैन बी मेजर्ड इन एब्सोल्यूट नंबर्स. ठीक है, कार्डिनल अप्रोच कहता है कि यूटिलिटी को हम नंबर्स में नाप सकते हैं, जैसे कि 1 2 3 4 5 6. ठीक है, और इस थ्योरी के इस कार्डिनल अप्रोच के हिसाब से, या जिसको मार्जिनल यूटिलिटी अप्रोच भी कहते हैं, उस हिसाब से हम यूटिलिटी को नंबर्स में नापने वाले हैं. तो आई टोल्ड you know now what is consumer equilibrium. Consumer equilibrium is a state of maximum satisfaction while the consumer spends his income entire on purchases of different types of goods and services. जब consumer अपने आपको maximum satisfaction के पेस पे पहुंच जाता है या पाता है, तो वही जगह क्या होती है? consumer equilibrium की होती है. ठीक है, तो conditions of consumer equilibrium, conditions, ये सिर्फ रिवीजन कर रहे हैं, we have done this already. Conditions of consumer equilibrium in one commodity case. So कंज्यूमर की इक्विलिब्रियम की, अगर वो वन कमोडिटी परचेज कर रहा है और कंज्यूमर अपने आप को मैक्सिमम सेटिस्फैक्शन के बेस पे पाता है, तो उसकी कंडीशंस क्या होनी चाहिए? मतलब किन कंडीशंस में, किन परिस्थितियों में ही इज गोइंग टू फाइंड हिमसेल्फ in the position of maximum satisfaction. ठीक है, these conditions are, the first condition is, I told you, marginal utility of x should be equals to price of x. Then the marginal utility obtained by the consumer from different commodities or from one single commodity, it becomes equal to its price. This is known as mx upon px. Second is law of DMU, that is diminishing marginal utility holds good. That means when we are reading consumers equilibrium through cardinal approach in one more commodity case, the second condition should be that the law of diminishing marginal utility should operate out there. And the third is the value of, or the marginal utility of money should remain same. Should remain constant. Right? So the marginal utility of money should remain what? Constant. So these are the three conditions which I already taught you and which we did in our previous class also. In case you have any kind of any confusions, you can go and revise the previous video, go through the previous video again and use your books. Now today we are going to do consumer equilibrium through cardinal approach only, but it is going to be two commodity case. Right children? It is going to be two commodity case, and I am not going to mix up things or make things confusing for you, so I am going to go in a very slow pace. So these were the conditions. Now Today we'll be doing consumer equilibrium, कंज्यूमर इक्विलिब्रियम कर रहे हैं. अप्रोच कौन सा है? कार्डिनल अप्रोच. And two commodity case. Right, two commodity case. CASE. See, children, it's not possible that always a consumer purchase only one commodity. It's not possible. He purchases a variety of commodities to satisfy his unlimited wants. But as he purchases a lot of commodities, we cannot bring all those commodities out here and then teach you people consumer equilibrium. So what we are going to think that he is purchasing two commodity case, which we are replacing with multiple commodities. Because it's very difficult for us to or for you to understand or for me to teach multiple commodities all together, and then we are going determination of consumer equilibrium. So we think that consumer either purchase one commodity or he purchases two commodities, right children? So in reality, however, the consumer consumes a large number of commodity. We all know that consumer never consumes only one commodity. In reality, he consumes large number of commodity. Our income, no matter how large it is, limits what we are able to buy. And our income, चाहे कोई कितना भी कमाता हो, it limits whatever we want to buy. It limits it because the income of the consumer are what? Limited. Every consumer has to buy a number of goods and services with his limited income only. So every consumer, what he has to do? He has to buy all goods and services, his wants. He has to satisfy his wants within his limited income only. Right? The budget constraints curbs the amount of total utility, and budget constraints, as we know that his income is limited, so his budget is going to constrain him, make him put him in limitations to the as far as the ratio of total utility is concerned. That means he can get a lot of total utility, but as his income is limited, he got budget constraint. He cannot purchase n number of commodities because his budget is what? Limited. All right. So the law of equimarginal utility is of great help in solving this question of consumer equilibrium. So when we read cardinal approach to commodity case, in this case, law of equimarginal utility helps in great extent to determine law of diminishing to determine consumers equilibrium. So in two commodity case, we need to understand that what is law of equimarginal utility. Right? When we were doing one commodity case, in that case we were doing law of diminishing marginal utility, and when we are doing two commodity case, we have to read law of equimarginal utility. Now what is law of equimarginal utility? What does it states? The utility maximized consumer must allocate the utility maximizing must allocate his income among various commodities various commodities in such a way that the last unit of money spent on each commodity gives him the same marginal utility. I told you earlier also, and again I'm repeating, when we read one commodity case, we need to read law of diminishing margin and utility, and when we go through two commodity case, here in this case we need to go through law of equimarginal utility. So what does law of equimarginal utility states? Law of equimarginal utility states that a utility maximizing consumer must allocate his income among various commodities. मतलब एक रैशनल कंज्यूमर को अपनी इनकम को इस तरीके से यूज करना होता है, ही हैज टू यूज और यूटिलाइज हिज बजट और इनकम इन सच अ वे अमंग द वेरियस कमोडिटीज दैट last unit of money, the last unit of money that he is spending, the last rupee that he is spending on each commodity gives him the same marginal utility, right? The last unit of money he is spending should become equal to the marginal utility of the commodity he is getting. So when the last unit of money is spent, it should become equal to what? The last unit of money that he is spending should become equal to marginal utility that he is getting from commodity, right? This is what law of equimarginal utility states. Again I'm repeating, the law of equimarginal utility states the utility maximizing consumer must allocate his income among various commodities in such a way that last unit of money spent on each commodity gives him the same marginal utility, right? Okay, now further we'll move, then it will become more clear to you when I'll make you understand it through an example. Or another way that I can tell you is this: the utility maximizing consumer, the utility maximizing consumer will spend his money income on different goods, money income on different goods in such a way that marginal utility of each good is proportional to its price. That marginal utility of each good is equal to its price, right? This is again, in another words, this is your law of equimarginal utility. Another way, if you want to understand law of equimarginal utility hai, what does it say? Again, try to understand, children, because this is a long theory, so I'm going to go in a very slow pace so that you understand each and every part of it. So the utility maximizing consumer, see, I'm making you explain what I'm making you explain the basic which we need to understand first to learn cardinal approach to commodity case. The utility maximizing consumer will spend his income on different goods in such a way that marginal utility of each good is equal to its price. फिर से मैं रिपीट कर रही हूँ, तो यूटिलिटी मैक्सिमाइजिंग कंज्यूमर मतलब वो कंज्यूमर जो अपनी यूटिलिटी को मैक्सिमाइज करना चाहता है, वो क्या करेगा? ही विल स्पेंड हिज मनी इनकम, वो अपने पैसों को या अपनी इनकम पे ऐसे खर्च करेगा अलग अलग गुड्स के ऊपर, जैसे कि हर गुड की मार्जिनल यूटिलिटी बराबर हो जाए किसके? उसके प्राइस के, ठीक है? हर गुड की मार्जिनल यूटिलिटी बराबर हो जाए उसके प्राइस के. दिस इज लॉ ऑफ इक्विमार्जिनल यूटिलिटी व्हिच यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड बिफोर गोइंग टू द मेन थ्योरी. सो नाउ आई टेल यू द कंडीशंस. Again, I am repeating what we are reading: consumer equilibrium, what is the approach, cardinal approach, and cases to commodity case, right? So now the conditions. आज मैं आपको सिर्फ conditions तक ही पढ़ाऊंगी. Conditions for consumers इक्विलिब्रियम, कंज्यूमर इक्विलिब्रियम की टू कमोडिटी केस, इन टू कमोडिटी केस क्या कंडीशंस है? फर्स्ट कंडीशन, now I'm telling you about the conditions that are required for the consumer's equilibrium in two commodity case through cardinal approach, right? So here we are purchasing two goods. First of all, keep in mind that we are talking about two goods, right? These goods are X and Y, right? These two goods. Now first condition is marginal utility of X. X is the first good upon price of X. ठीक है, marginal utility of X of first good upon price of X should be equal to marginal utility of Y upon price of Y. This is your X commodity, this is your first commodity, and this is your second commodity, that is Y. Marginal utility of X upon price of X should be equal to marginal utility of Y upon price of Y should be equals to marginal utility of money. Right? So this is the first condition. MUX upon PX should be equal to MUY upon PY, and MUM stands for marginal utility of money. Right? Now here X is commodity 1, Y is commodity 2, that I told you earlier, right? PX and PY are prices of X and Y, and MUM is marginal utility of money, right? So we are reading two commodity case, so we have two goods, commodity X and commodity Y. So here your X is the commodity 1 and Y is commodity 2. PX is the price for commodity X and PY is the price for commodity Y. MUM, that is MUM, marginal utility of money, and the MUM is marginal utility of money. Now in two commodity case, the first condition is MUX upon PX equals to MUY upon PY equals to MUM, and second condition is marginal utility of money remains constant. So this is going to be your second condition. I hope this is clear to you. Again, I am repeating, we are doing lesson number 3, consumer equilibrium. We are reading, the approach is cardinal approach and the case is two commodity case, and we are doing two commodity case because earlier we have done one commodity case. So under this, the conditions that we have in two commodity case, the first condition is MUX upon PX should be equal to MUY upon PY equals to MUM. That is, the ratio of MUX upon PX, that is marginal utility of X that we are getting from X when divided by price of X, should become equal to marginal utility of Y, that is second commodity, divided by price of Y should be equal to marginal utility of money. This is the explanation, and the second condition says that marginal utility of money, that is marginal utility of money, should remain constant. I also told you earlier that what is marginal utility. चाहे वो marginal utility किसी commodity की है या marginal utility money की है. Marginal utility is basic the satisfaction that we derive from the every additional unit. जब हम हर additional unit को consume करते हैं तो उससे जो satisfaction मिलता है वो marginal utility होती है. अब हम बोलेंगे what is marginal utility of money, तो इसका मतलब ये है जो आप money से, हर money की unit से जो आपको satisfaction मिल रही है, utility मिल रही है, that is the marginal utility of money. So children, we have done up to this, and it is enough for you today to go through this. At home you can go through this, go through the video to understand, and then you can make use of your books also. And again I am telling you that the homework for you is every day whenever I am uploading the video. The point till I am teaching you, you are supposed to make your notes up to that point, because as soon as your exams will get, as soon as your these holidays will get over, this school off will get over, then I am going to check your notebooks. No excuses I want, and I hope you people are going through your projects also, making your projects also. So to the rest of the thing, that is these are the condition and the example and the diagram I'm going to tell you in the next video. All right, keep doing your work, stay at home, stay healthy. Thank you so much, children.